Hi, good morning. Welcome to potentially the last study vlog from this semester. I cannot fully wrap my head around the fact that it's almost the end of first semester of my final year. If you're new here, hi, my name is Julia. I'm a fourth year architecture student at the University of Edinburgh, and I'm very close to completing my first semester. And what that entails, in my case at least, is writing my architecture dissertation. We've got all first semester to do it, and the deadline's in 5 days, 4.5 technically. Yeah, so that's the stage I'm at right now. I might seem calm right now, but I definitely have had my little breakdowns over the last week. Overall, I am in a decent place. Like, I am pretty much done with writing. I still need to finish assembling the document itself, but I'm at a good place, I think. I'm saying that now. We'll see if there's any need for all-nighters closer to the deadline. Right now, fingers crossed, I'm hoping it'll only be the late nights rather than a full-out all-nighter. I don't think that will be necessary, but again, we shall see. Yeah, it's kind of crazy to me how fast this semester has gone by, and also just the nature of the semester. It's been so strange because we've not really had that many contact hours. Yeah, stressful time. I don't want to give a false narrative of what writing my dissertation is like, because right now I'm actually going to a cafe to study with my friend. The only reason I'm able to do that now is because I had a few quite intense work days at the library and from home, honestly. I tend to kind of go back and forth between either needing a proper intense study day at the library, all day at the library, staying there very late and doing my very focused work. But then on the other hand, I also have days in between where I need to be at home, I need to do work at home. All that to say, I've had a few very intense days over the last week or so, which is why today, and hopefully over the next few days, it won't be as intense as it could be. It probably still will be. I'll have very long work days, I'm assuming. So I'm really hoping all is good and the finish line is close, even though you can probably definitely tell I am slightly on edge. I am quite stressed. I just want to get it over and done with, out of my way, not about it. Yeah, as I said, I'm about to meet my friend at a cafe, so I think I'll just have a very quick breakfast because I'm running quite late. I'll pack up and I'll go so I can have a productive few hours. Yeah, I'll definitely be doing work on my dissertation, but if I have some time, I might also work on my other essay, because I'll talk about it later maybe, but that's also something I find super interesting, and I've been loving researching for that. Good morning, I'm just getting ready to go to the library again. I've had busy library days for the last few days. It's deadline season, alright, but oh my god, I literally cannot see. Yeah, my eyes have gotten really bad to the point where my vision gets super blurry and I need to put my eye drops on. I literally think it's either I keep rubbing some moisturizer or something in my eyes, or I'm looking at my laptop screen for too long. My eye drops have been my savior. I've basically got 2 days to finish my dissertation, 3 days to submit, technically 2.5, but 2 full days of working, which I don't know how I'm feeling about that. And I still have my other essay to do. I think I briefly mentioned it, but I basically got an elective, which I already did part of my assessment for that last week, but I've got one more due the day after my dissertation, essentially. I've basically not touched it for a few weeks. I've done some work for it, some research, don't get me wrong, I know what I'm doing. I just need to write it, but I've not done that because I've been so focused on dissertation and other things. Today's the day that I should take some time to do that, so I need to finish one of my dissertation chapters still, and then I think the text will be pretty much done after I've written my conclusion also. Yeah, I've also been switching it up with my study spots. First day we went to a cafe, which was very cute, very needed. But I don't know if I got much work done there. Like I maybe would have gotten more work done in a different space, but that's all right. Yesterday we went to the main library, which I honestly literally hate doing, but then that kind of shows you like what state I was at yesterday to kind of force myself to go to a city space that I hate, because I knew I would first of all be able to be there for a long time. It's open 24/7, but also to like motivate myself to get my work done. Just reflecting my mental state, how stressed and overwhelmed I am with everything else. Today's actually Sunday, so it feels very much like, you know, end of the week. I kind of need to tie everything together. So I'm really hoping that that will kind of get me to do a lot more work. Tuesday is my submission day. I will want tomorrow to just be like tying up the notes, like finishing the bibliography, making sure the document looks good, but like that would be pretty much it. Honestly, maybe I can even submit tomorrow. Who knows what stage I'll be at. And you can just tell by the way I'm like speaking and acting in these that I'm so overwhelmed. I'm so stressed, so much is going on, and I just feel like I don't really have a lot of control on a lot of things that are happening in my life currently, and that's kind of overwhelming me, but it's alright. Yeah, can't remember if I said, but I'm going to one of my favorite study spaces today, which is the law library. Very excited to take you there. Yeah, I've done a lot of productive work at the law library this semester. It's been a good spot for me, so I'm very excited to go there today. I don't actually know how much you'll be able to hear because my dinner is sizzling in the background. I wanted to come on here for a second to, I don't know, I guess maintain a little bit of authenticity. I don't normally tend to film after I come back home, just because I'm not really in a state where I want to present myself online, but I think this is one of those times in the semester where it would feel really disingenuous not to include the fact that I stay at the library really late, and then I come home and I work into the night really late, and that's just one of the realities of, well, this degree, but also just deadline season at university in general. Specifically, like today I even came home earlier than most nights because it's Sunday, so the library closed earlier, so I got back at 7, so I left at 7. Yesterday I left at 9. It's just, it's an awful period of time for my mental health. I mean, I'm wearing my glasses because my eyes are just not in a good state. I've had to start bringing my eye drops with me just to be able to like see clearly through my contact lenses. So I think if I do end up studying out tomorrow, I will just wear my glasses because it's rough. I'm constantly staring at my screen. That's why I'm trying to like focus on something else. Look at something that's not a screen for at least like 20-ish minutes. But yeah, I'm home now. I will say I think I am getting close to finalizing the dissertation. I'm pretty much done with most of the text. I've got like my conclusion to finalize, and I mean there's so a lot to edit in the document, but I think I am nearing the end. I'm very optimistic about possibly even finishing tonight, depending on how late into the night I stay up. If not, I have all of tomorrow, but I would really like to get this done as soon as possible. Yeah, even with parts that I'm finished with or would like to think I'm finished with, I always come back to them and I'm redoing them and I'm overthinking everything, genuinely, like every single line, every single placement of every object. It's not a fun place to be at because rather than focusing on the things that I actually do need to finish, because without them, the dissertation won't be complete. I'm wasting my time on like these little things that will probably end up being changed anyways, eventually at the final iteration. Anyhow, yeah, spiraling, stressing. One thing that's kind of making me excited though, potentially about staying up tonight and just working as long as I can, is that the final night of the Eras Tour is happening tonight, and if there's one thing to know about me is I love Taylor Swift. No difference. It'll happen at 3 a.m. I think I checked, is when the concert starts, and then it lasts like 3 hours. So I might just join a live stream and like have Taylor Swift accompany me in my final stage of my dissertation. I feel like that's first of all kind of iconic, and second of all it will get me through doing the mundane things. Like I'm really hoping to get the text, all the text parts done within the next few hours. Maybe I'll have a little nap I don't think I will. And then wake up at 3 a.m. and then just do like the bibliography, the images, like all the boring tasks while watching the Eras tour. That is the plan. I don't know if I'll be able to execute it, but that's what I'm thinking. I feel like it would be quite iconic to finish my dissertation whilst watching the Eras tour closing night. I'm so excited. Okay, I think my dinner is finished. Time to have a little bit of food before I get back to work. Okay, different outfit, different appearance. It's actually the next day. I've been MIA for a very, very long time. I've literally just been non-stop working pretty much. All of yesterday up until 5 a.m. this morning was a pretty near constant grind through the work. Yeah, it took me a lot longer. My perfectionism definitely took over at certain stages, and it took me way longer than I had anticipated to finish all of this. But around 5 a.m. was when I was like, okay, I think the work is done. Like, I could technically upload because I finished everything off of my to-do list. I just decided that after basically 2 sleepless nights, that was probably not the best state to be in, to do like a final spell check. So I just left it. I went to sleep, woke up this morning, or woke up at noon actually. And then because my work was basically done, I could finally go to the gym, have a shower. I just had a really lovely morning actually. But now I've spent the last 2 hours conducting final spell checks. Like, I've been literally like changing tiny details here and there. I found like tiny mistakes, like extra full stops, commas, whatever, like shifting images a tiny, basically details which if I hadn't changed them, like the work would be fine. Pretty sure none of the changes I've actually made will have a determining factor on my final grade, but this is literally just my perfectionism taking over. But yeah, just did a final check, like read everything. That's why I've been here for a while now, and I think I'm ready to submit. I've exported it with all the minor changes I've done, so I think I don't know how best to do it because I also don't really want to be sharing my work that I've completed, at least not yet. It's at 123 pages, which is probably the chunkiest document I've ever produced. I can't lie. I don't even think any of my portfolios, I don't think looking back any of my portfolios were even that length. Yeah, I'm feeling so refreshed though after this morning. It's been great, honestly. I feel like myself again. Now it's just like the final, hopefully few-minute check, which is like making sure the footnotes all in the right spots, page numbers are correct, like those things. And then I think I can upload. I just exported the final version of the work. You know what? I'm really happy with it. Did my final checks, modified a few tiny things, and I think this is happening. I don't know, I'm having doubts, but like I've checked it all. It's all good. Just gonna read my acknowledgements one last time. I did a final read through. Like I'm actually so nervous. Obviously, because this is like the biggest piece of writing I've ever conducted. I'm very aware of the fact that even though I'm really happy with the work and I'm content with it, sorry, I'm just trying to find it. It will now be up to someone else to mark it and decide, like what this grade is worth. What? My file is too big. I hate it. I know I can compress it, but like, I'm always stressed that if I compress a PDF, it'll like mess something up. Well, I guess that needs to be compressed. Okay, that'll give me a second to like collect my thoughts, because as you can tell, I'm very stressed and very overwhelmed. How is it almost 6 p.m? I started doing this at 3. Okay, all is looking good. but it's still uploading. I cannot handle this. I mean, there's literally nothing else I can do at this point. The only thing I do is like start from scratch, you know. It says sit tight, we're still uploading your submission. Wait, what? If you're a bit confused about what happened there, I was as well. Basically, I'm not sure because I don't really know how the platform works that well. I think my file was just too big and it was taking a while to upload. The Wi-Fi on my file is probably not the strongest. I got like a notification pop-up that would take a few hours for the document to upload, but what really worried me about that was that, especially since I compressed the file and like I had multiple versions of the files because of my constant like checks and little fixes of the file, I was worried that I uploaded the wrong one. Sorry, my friend just really annoying me. Yeah, essentially I was worried that like the wrong file uploaded by accident because I had so many different iterations of the same document. I literally don't know. I'm the worst at technology. Like, this is why it stresses me out so bad, because I couldn't see the file that uploaded by the time it would upload like the wrong one. For example, worst case scenario, that I wouldn't be able to fix it. Basically, that was the biggest worry. I waited a few minutes and then I was able to see the file, and I think everything uploaded correctly as it should. Kind of annoyed because that means I didn't have like a proper, like, just uploaded my dissertation moment because it was so anticlimactic. Like the website literally just lagged basically. Whereas, you know, in the past with other submissions, you would get like little confetti popping up. Like, where was my confetti? Whatever. Oh, that is such a weight off my shoulders, guys, uploaded though. Like, I actually cannot verbalize. So that is uploaded. That is that chapter of my academic journey complete. To say that it's a relief is an understatement, but also I have enjoyed this process. Like, this has actually been a very interesting academic journey for me. I actually genuinely loved it, and probably the biggest piece of advice I can give is to do something that interests you in the final submission, which more than anything, I'm just so proud of that. Let me just like, I think I deserve a big pat on the back for that. Don't think I give myself enough credit for it sometimes. That is not to say that this semester is over, because I've got one piece of assessment left, which is technically due tomorrow actually, but we're not talking about that. Can't lie though, I'm so excited to do this other one as well. The topic I'm researching is so interesting, and even though it's like 5-6 p.m. now, I just cannot be home any longer. I spent the last 36 hours at least, I want to say, straight in my flat, and I am literally going crazy. Like, I'm going to a cafe. I'm just going to do some reading, I think. My brain's too fried at the moment to do any writing, so I'll just do a little bit of reading. Don't know if this video will get extended or if this is it for now, but if this is it, then thanks for keeping me company on this horrific journey that was finalizing my dissertation. I think all this is just making me really anxious about the fact that I'm almost done with this semester. I'm almost done with my final first semester of fourth year. I think that on a deeper level, I'm just terrified of the second semester this year, the semester ahead, and fully trying to procrastinate my work now so that that point never comes, which is stupid because obviously it'll happen when it happens, but it's just the inevitable push of the final semester is terrifying to me. And then, you know, graduation and what happens after graduation, I don't know. I need to stop babbling. I need to grab my new books, finish that essay, get that out of the way, and then probably this is a goodbye from me, at least from this semester. This is probably the last study vlog from this point in my life. It's been a crazy semester. So many things happened that I was not anticipating. It's very unlike the semester I've ever had, but I've also enjoyed it so much most of the time. So yeah, thanks for keeping me company. Yeah, thank you for watching. Thank you for sticking around, and I'll see you next semester.